The New York Times, they put together a list of the top 100 movies of the 21st century. Okay. Now, here's how they did this. They polled over 500 influential directors, actors, and other notable names in Hollywood and around the world, pretty much everyone but us, okay?
Wait a minute. So they went to the people that made the movies,
Yes.
and they went to the people that acted in the movies.
Yes.
But no bias at all.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Now, so the way I looked at this, it's kind of like they said this without saying this, right? Because they didn't make a list of greatest comic book movies of the 21st century, but the fact that they only included 2 on their top 100 list, I would say that in these people's opinion, those 2 movies are the greatest comic book movies of the 21st century. Does that check out?
I understand what you're saying, but like those movies, I wouldn't even consider those the better of the movies either.
Oh, the rest of the list?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, the list is fun.
No. I mean, out of the comic book movies that they chose, I don't think those are the best of the comic book movies.
I don't either. I disagree. But let's assume that that's what their intent was. Okay, we're gonna take their words and we're gonna take them out of context, which is what you do on social media, right?
Absolutely.
And we're taking it out of context and we're gonna complain about it. So, but according to that math, Black Panther and The Dark Knight would be the top 2 comic book movies of the 21st century. I'll ask myself this: is The Dark Knight the best comic book movie of the 21st century? No, it's not.
No.
Is it a great movie?
Yes.
100%.
Yep.
Let's give our list, Adrian, because it's our show.
Right.
So this top 100 list from the New York Times, fuck the New York Times. They didn't ask us, but we're going to give our list anyways.
Yep.
All right. So my top 5, number 5, Madam Web. Number 4, The Flash. Number 3, Thor: Love and Thunder. Number 2, The Eternals. And number 1, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Do you believe that that's my list?
No,
okay.
not at all.
Let's do the real list, okay? Yep. My number 5, Captain America: Civil War. I think this movie juggled a lot of plot lines from the early Marvel movies. I think it juggled introducing Spider-Man and Black Panther, and really just this ensemble cast in a really good way. It had a great mix of action, fun aspects, and also just a lot of good drama between Tony. And it made you really judge these characters. And it was hard because it was written so well where half the movie I found myself on Tony's side, then half the movie I'm on Cap's side, then I'm like, actually, both y'all are kind of fucked up. I mean, like, Tony, Cap knew that Bucky killed Tony's parents and never told them. Yeah. Now, Bucky was mind controlled. And then Tony worked out this deal and signed and made his mind up about the Sokovia Accords without talking to the rest of the team. Like, there was a lot of layers to this.
Yeah.
So I thought that was done really well, which is why I have a lot of faith in the Russo brothers juggling Doomsday and Secret Wars. I don't think there's another set of directors that would be able to handle that, honestly. My number 4 movie is actually The Dark Knight, believe it or not, Adrian. This movie is great. It's one of the best movies, period. I always struggle putting it on lists for comic book movies because I feel like it was just a really good movie that happened to have comic characters in it. And I do feel like Heath Ledger's Joker carried this movie.
Right.
I like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne. His Batman, this type of shit, I can't do. I really can't. But as a movie, I would say also this is probably a list for another day, but cinematic villains, there aren't many that I would put above Heath Ledger's Joker.
No.
I mean, very few, maybe Darth Vader or someone of that in nature, but he was top tier.
Yep.
Number 3 is Avengers Infinity War. I've always said that this movie, even though Endgame had some bigger moments, Infinity War overall was a better movie. That roller coaster ride it takes you on from the beginning to the end and ending with the snap. It really was to me, it was like a modern day Empire Strikes Back type of ending where the villains won. And I think it was ballsy at the time to kill off half your cinematic universe for a year, Number 2 is Logan. I think Logan redefined what a comic book movie could be. It was to that tune of like The Dark Knight. It felt like a really good movie. It was a rated R movie. It was brutal. It was bloody, but it had a good drama and a layer of heart to it. And it was the first time, until Deadpool Wolverine came out, where we got to see Wolverine how Wolverine should be done. And then my number one movie, you mentioned this earlier, is Across the Spider-Verse. I don't think there is a better comic book movie that has been put out yet better than Across the Spider-Verse. From a look, from a feel, that movie is like a comic book came to life, and they handled the multiverse, the Spider-Verse, very well in a way that's easily, because the multiverse, dude, can be confusing.
Right.
There's a lot to it, the concept. And to be able to take that concept, introduce it, build this kind of world in this film over the course of a couple hours, it's a hell of an accomplishment to when that resonates, because it could be over your head, you know, with trying to cram something like that into. So and the voice acting, the colors, the look, the soundtrack, there was just so much to that movie that I think as a comic book movie, it's levels above anything else. So that is my top 5. Nope, Madam Web did not make the cut. Nope, The Eternals did not, nor did Zack Snyder's Justice League. So,
right.
All right, Adrian, did I buy you enough time?
Yes.
All right, what you got?
Quickly, so we got number 5, Dark Knight.
Okay.
Number 4, Avengers Infinity. Number 3, Black Panther. 2, Iron Man, and the same Spidey across it was a lot of things. It was a treat. It was fascinating. It was surprising to see that they can pull something like that off.
Yeah.
And it also introduced the possibility of, you know, alternate types of, you know, Spider-Mans.
Right.
So I absolutely love the movie. It's a gem of a movie. I'm surprised, like, you know, it wasn't on that.
Yeah.
You know, top 100 list.
Unfucking believable. Unbelievable.
I mean, of course, I'm looking at some of the movies too. It's like, no.
Right.
There's no way I would have put that there.
No. Ratatouille, come on, dude. We all know Wall-E should be in the top 5. I mean, obviously. And it's fun. I didn't have Iron Man, but that's another movie too that, I mean, it literally, what it did for the comic book movie culture, it started the MCU.
Absolutely.
If that movie failed, there would be no MCU.
Probably.
Right? Like, at least not what we see today.
Are you saying that if Superman fails?
I think so. Yes. I do think there's a lot. Now, the good thing about DC is you see the hat, Adrian.
Yeah.
They got the real champ in the back. So,
sure.
I mean, Iron Man had to succeed for the Avengers to work the way it did, right? Now, you had Cap. In the worst case, you pull in Spider-Man and have him save the day.
Sure.
But with DC, dude, you don't have anyone else outside of Batman.
I mean, you start now, you know, with a shitty top tier guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's supposed to be the top tier.
Correct.
He's not really, but he's supposed to be.
Well, Lois Lane is, obviously. Yeah.
That, yes.
It's just the most powerful entity on the face of this earth. So, anyways, all right, that's our list. So, hey, drop your list. Who are your top 5 comic book movies? And I think this list is fluid, Adrian. Like,
absolutely.
We could do this next week, and I may have a completely different list.
Absolutely.
This is just
probably
what I was...
later on in the show would be different.
Yeah, right. I'll ask at the end.